Hello.
Hi.
Come here often?
No.
I'm Tim. What's your name?
Connie.
Ah, that's a lovely name. Did your mother give you that name? Are you... Very pretty. Very heavenly. Are you an angel?
Heavenly? Heavenly? Okay.
So, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Hi, how are you? Connie Romano here with Tim Rerucha.
That's right.
My co-host. And what you just saw is 2016, the way people relate to one another. Okay, it's really, really sad. And we're going to touch on a topic today that consists of how people relate because of social media, technology,
And everything in between.
And everything in between. So stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Promotional consideration for this edition of Red Alert with Connie Romano is brought to you by TriTech Office Equipment. TriTech has served the metro area for over 28 years with solely Rico office automation products and services. Visit their brand new 10,000 square foot Parsippany, New Jersey showroom displaying top-of-the-line Rico products. Call 973-428-0505 extension 101 to speak with a consultant for price quotes and demonstrations. And be sure to tell them you were alerted.
Hi, welcome. We're here at Red Alert with Connie Romano and my co-host, Tim Rerucha. Hi, and our guest today is Victoria Bennett from New York City, and we're going to pick her brain on dating and why she can't take a big bite out of the apple.
I take many bites, but are they worth it? That's the real question.
Yeah. So tell us, share with us a story where you used an app, you don't have to say the app, and
I have no problem saying that.
And you did a date.
So,
and how did the date go?
So for a short period of time, I used Match. And Match was really nerve-wracking because you have to write in a sense a resume of who you are, what you're interested in, what you want to accomplish. I had to have a friend sit next to me and I'm like, hold my hand, tell me if this makes sense. Is this too professional? Is this casual enough? Am I being flirty enough? Am I being sexy? I want to be a normal human being, but I have to sound like a normal human being. That was just, in a sense, exhausting.
But do you think that sometimes they do that, the apps, to make sure the person is legit and real, and also to match you up computer-wise with someone who's equal to what you're doing?
It is for the purpose of matching you up to what you write down, but then there's also the damage of people say whatever they want.
Liars! Liars!
Exactly.
Red alert! Red alert!
Liars.
Yeah, exactly. And, it's very easy to lie on those apps. There's no backup data for that. So I wrote down what I was and who I wanted. And I would get messages every single morning from guys. And it was, again, an overwhelming thing of message. And this one guy actually looked legit and cool. And we were talking for a while. And he was like, hey, look, why don't we meet up for a beer or stuff? So we met up for a beer.
One beer.
And it didn't seem like he read my profile picture because I told him that I also worked at a brewery and I was also an artist and stuff like that.
Oh, goodness. What an in.
I know.
What an in.
I know. And he was just, the minute I started explaining stuff about myself, he just became disinterested, judgmental of who I was.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was really...
What did you think when you met him? Because he had to put in front of you a certain persona. What was your view on him?
He was not as ripped as his pictures were, which it's not a big
the
deal.
Ripped pics, guys,
but he was posting gym photos of him doing curls. And
is that a turn on in 2016?
Well, I've never heard of a Weight Watchers dating app, so I don't know.
But there is a Pokemon Go dating app now.
Oh goodness! And you get to pick the Pokemon
or
to date.
Girl.
No, basically what it is you meet up with, my brother used this, you meet up with a fellow Pokemon fan and you go catch Pokemon in the park, and that's your date.
I thought Snapchat was a pain in the
Wow. So, Victoria, let me ask you something. What would be your opinion that you would give to our viewers? What is your opinion on the dating sites? What do you recommend? Just put it out there.
Everyone has different personal preferences. To me, dating apps are exhausting. I already find social media in a sense exhausting, and it's just another format of social media that you have to constantly be checking, constantly be updating, constantly looking. Me personally, I think going forth and getting out there more and socializing, and not necessarily going out for the purpose of dating, just to go meet people and socialize with people to build connections in that road, is where I would suggest.
You sound like a great lady to date. So if you would like to date Victoria, check out Red
Put
Alert.
her number on
Right
the
here.
screen.
You don't mind.
Hashtag embarrassed.
Well, Victoria, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
and
you.
telling us your stories, some good, some bad, and your
Some
opinions on
interesting.
dating, and I wish you good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody, and welcome back. We are here with Connie Romano and our guest, Nick Shams.
Hey, Nick. How
Hi,
are
Connie.
you?
I'm doing well. How are you, Tim?
Doing well, thank you. So we want to know, we're talking about today the ins and outs and 2016's version of social media and how it affects people who are trying to date. So do you use social media now?
I use it a lot. Not as much as what I used to, but I do use it.
And you do use or have used internet dating.
Yes, I have.
And you have a couple of stories,
I have-
positive and negative,
That I do.
Or good and bad?
good and bad. So why don't you share one that wasn't so good, that didn't turn out as good as you expected?
This woman kept writing me, and she didn't have a picture on her site, which is a major red flag. But I figured since she was so persistent, let me see what she's all about. Profile looked great. I wrote her, and I asked her, how come you don't have a picture on your site? She tells me it's because she looks exactly like Jacqueline Smith from Charlie's Angels.
Okay. Yeah.
And so do I. Yeah, that would be...
Sorry, Nick. Sorry, we're making fun of this. But
That's all right.
I mean, that should have been a big warning. I mean, if you look like Jacqueline Smith, Tim, tell me this. Wouldn't you want to put a pic up there?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd put 4 or 5 pics in my... Well, maybe if I looked like Jacqueline Smith, that'd be a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I figured she was my favorite angel. I always thought she was gorgeous, so...
You didn't like Farrah?
I had a Farrah Fawcett pillow when I was a kid.
I won't even ask you what you did with that pillow.
So I figured, you know what? Since it was Jacqueline Smith, I said, all right, you know what? I have to meet you. Mm-hmm. She shows up. She picks a bar. I wait for her out front. Not Jacqueline Smith. Jack-o'-lantern? Yes. Jacqueline Smith? Not even close.
Did she look like Kate? At least Kate?
No.
Kate. Oh.
Kate Jackson, the ugliest of the bunch.
Oh, wow.
I wish she did look like Kate Jackson. She
Wow.
looked, it was a train wreck. She walked right up and said, Nick? I said, yes. And I said, Jacqueline Smith? I said, no. Jack-o'-lantern? Yes. I got in my car and drove.
Did not.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
My goodness.
Don't hold back.
I know it's rude, but
You mean you didn't even ask her name or anything?
no.
Okay. When you went on the site prior to solidifying that meeting, did you see a lot of people, women that didn't have pics?
There are a lot of people,
Okay.
that don't have pics.
Okay.
And usually avoid them.
Right.
But since this one was so persistent, I figured, you know what? Let's see what it's all about.
Right.
Because you never know.
So, what is a positive story that you might have?
Well, the positive one was I actually did meet another woman before I met her. She saw my picture, saw a picture, very attractive. We exchanged numbers. She said, do you like to shoot pool? I said, yes. She said, well, there's a bar by me. Let's go meet. We met, everything clicked. Date started at 7 o'clock in the evening. It didn't end till 10 o'clock the next morning.
Wow.
We clicked.
You ate dessert.
I had breakfast and dessert and dinner and the whole
Told you.
smorgasbord
There's
of
a
stuff.
rush.
Wow.
There's a rush. All these dating sites put you to like 6 months in a
Yep.
relationship.
She looked like actually she was better looking than her picture. You saw
next
her
morning?
picture. The next morning, that night, the whole work. Yeah.
Because that's important.
What advice would you give to people out here that are contemplating on the cusp of the holiday season, who are lonely, and want some companionship using a dating site?
Well, I mean, there's all kinds of women there. So you can reply to everyone. Just say hi. See who replies back. See who you have a connection with. And if you have a connection, don't keep it going. Get their number, pick a place, meet, and see what they're all about. That's the easiest thing to do. Don't sit there and give them your whole life story. Then you
Right.
have nothing to talk about. Now you're
Right.
just wasting time.
So cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
So I got to cut to the chase. Thank you so much for your time
You're welcome.
and your input.
Tim,
Good luck to you up
Thank
in
you.
the Poconos, and thanks for being our guest.
my pleasure.
And that's Nick Shams, our guest today, with social media and dating on the internet, or it's better in person.
The lilt at the end.
I'm like dripping sweat under these lights, and I'm like, is my nose gonna drip? That was nice.
All right,
We'll have.